Oh Lord, for so many years, why? For so many years, why? I've had a couple of prophecies that I'm going to be a great person. But looking at my life, each and every day, I keep on facing things that seem contradicting to the prophecies that I've received. These were some of the thoughts that I used to normally think, and I nearly gave up until a woman told me a story. Can I tell you the story? Are you sure you are ready? Okay. But please, the motivation behind this ministration is not to create an impression, but that at the end of this speech it will be an inspiration and edification. So please lend me your attention. And this is the story. It was a beautiful morning in a little town. The birds could be heard twittering in the beautiful blue skies. The sun could be seen gleaming through the branches of the trees, flaunting its cool, gentle breeze around inhabitants that lived there. This little town had two craftsmen who intended to embark on a masterpiece project, an act of work. And upon envisioning the picture of the future of this masterpiece, the glory, the fame, the name that will accompany it, a flurry of excitement lingered in their hearts. So they began to work on their masterpiece. The first man woke up each day engulfed in an obsession about the picture of his art piece would feature in the future. So his patience grew very thin. So the process and the phase that his art piece had to go through was done in haste. So we can see that excess parts that needed to be chiseled out, parts that needed to be hammered, parts that needed to be smoothened was all left. And here comes the second craftsman who also, having envisioned the picture of his masterpiece, did not allow the intercourse of his ecstasy and the glory ahead to move him to take shortcuts, but instead he allowed the picture of the future to fuel his passion and to feed his patience, to take his time to create that masterpiece. He took his time, invested in every dime of strength, chiseling out every excess parts that needed to be chiseled out, rough edges that needed to be smoothened, parts that needed to be hammered until the beauty and glory of a masterpiece was unveiled. You see, the first craftsman's unguarded decision to walk through took his time to go through the process. So the picture of having a masterpiece never came to fruition, but instead he had his head hidden in the shadows for lack of confidence. His image was tinted. He wallowed in sorrow. So that picture never came to pass. However, the second craftsman who embraced the process, thus walking through the process, although he saw his masterpiece mourning and groaning for a finished work as soon as possible, but was not moved at his masterpiece, but instead was toughened by the decision to take his work through the necessary process in order to reveal that masterpiece. And with time, that masterpiece was unveiled. So both the art piece and the master craftsman enjoyed. Oh, that is the woman who told me the story. And then she comes. She will tell you much more about the story.
My son, how are you? You know what? Through the experience we've had in life, sometimes our hesitancy to experience all that God has for us may have felt like in this masterpiece of the second craftsman. Pain, wickedness, and whatever we may call it, of a true and genuine craftsman, our Heavenly Father. But hey, let me tell you something. Just like the second craftsman who understood the reason and the future of the masterpiece, that the future goes beyond the curtains of glory, fame, and the beauty of the second masterpiece. You just have to understand that life is never going to be as easy as you think. Sometimes we will fall. But you know what? You have to get up. You don't have to sit down for someone to come and encourage you to get up. No! The moment you fall, just raise your hands to God. Know that you are a masterpiece. You know what masterpieces do? Anytime he falls, he always lifts his eyes to God. Simultaneously, you are a masterpiece and a work in progress. It doesn't matter what you go through. Just know that you are in the process stage. It's not your fate. It's just the phase. God is never late. You will get there. You are a masterpiece. His image is at stake. He carefully creates. I just want you to understand something. We've all been through a lot, but you know, sometimes we all have to encourage ourselves. We are masterpiece. Thank you.